Good evening. As a young teenager in New York City in the 1980s, I used to visit the beautiful Barney's in downtown Manhattan. I remember climbing that gorgeous circular staircase that seemed like the stairway to fashion heaven. And at the very tippy top was a small collection by a young Cuban designer, Isabel Toledo. Her clothing struck me as deceptively simple but remarkably luxurious, grown up but without being boring. The fabrics were beautiful and the lines immaculately cut. I could tell even then as a teenager that they were serious with a couture quality, and unlike the collections of a lot of other designers, they would stand the test of time. Later, I had the chance to meet this designer who had made such an impression on me when in the 90s, I was seated next to both of the Toledos at an intimate dinner party that Ingrid Cichy was having for her friend, Karl Lagerfeld. We spent the night talking about Cuban history and culture. I remember Isabel wearing this huge necklace that, of course, she had made herself that consisted of multiple keys. Big, beautiful, old-fashioned keys. In addition to being such a bold and cool fashion choice, it gave me the impression that Isabel knew something that I didn't, that around her neck those keys held the secret mysteries of the world. I wanted to know more. That night, I fell in love with both of the Toledos, since if you were fortunate enough to have been in their orbit, it was impossible to separate them. They were, like the film showed, they were like this one living creative organism. And by embracing one, you were celebrating the other, and vice versa. And so it is very fitting that the CFDA board is renaming its award to honor Isabel this year. And Ruben, it is with great pleasure and with a very full heart that I present you with the Isabel Toledo Board of Directors Tribute Award on behalf of your beloved and inimitable Isabel.
Thank you, Molly, for painting such a beautiful picture of Isabel and evoking such incredible and delicious memories. And a big thank you to Tom Brown and Stephen Kolb, with much love, for setting this prestigious award in motion. The CFDA Board of Directors, you have my deepest gratitude and my devotion. I thank the visionary Paula Wallace and her team at SCAD for mounting such a beautiful Isabel Toledo exhibition, which I hope will travel here real soon, and our generous friends at Nordstrom for hosting us tonight. And thank you, Chiara Clemente, for sharing a sliver of the magical poetry of your film on Isabel, now in production. It is with great honor and heartbreak that I accept this significant award in Isabel's name tonight. She should be here to receive it herself. Please forgive me, my friends, for not being able to keep her here long enough. We were blessed to be lovers and creative partners for 50 years. We met at 13 and grew up around each other like wild, beautiful vines. Isabel loved her industry and the entire ecosystem of fashion on all levels, from the sub-basement to the top of the pyramid. She was fiercely independent, a genuine contrarian, always swimming against the current. When everyone was going this way, surely she was going the opposite. She identified as a seamstress, but said, I dress bodies. I dress more than bodies. I dress emotions. Her craft was a potent form of communication for her. Through her service on the board of directors of the CFDA, Isabel had a clear vision for the importance of inclusion, diversity, and cross-pollination, not as a theory, but as a practice. This is how we grew up. This is how we were formed, first in Cuba, and then in this incredible city by you all. She was dedicated to holding the door open for other diverse creators to add their particular design language, their vocabulary, their voice to the rich chorus that is fashion, art, and culture. Isabel is surely with us tonight in spirit, embracing us, embracing this award, and embracing this acknowledgement. We always felt that our true purpose is to create heaven on earth for each other. An artist can only float as high and for as long as the audience allows them. I salute you all for inspiring Isabel to soar as high and as gracefully as she did. And with this namesake award, I vow to keep her vision going forward. Thank you and have a good evening.